Okay, it is math time. So today for math, we're going to do a KFA. Okay, I'm going to try this by myself without having you guys to help me. But hopefully while I'm talking, you guys are also thinking of what you would be sharing with the class. Okay, so I'm going to hold this close while we read it, and then I'll hook it back up on the board so it's a little easier for me to write. Okay, so our math story, we can read it together. Maria has 17 shells. She finds 20 more. How many does she have now? Okay, so let's read it together again so we can really think about what our words mean. Maria has 17 shells. She finds 20 more. How many does she have now? Okay, so let me get this hooked back up to the wall, and I'll get my marker, and then we can, let me see if I don't want to get this any closer. Okay, so let's talk about what we know. Okay, so we got to think about our story. Let's think about what we know for our K. So we know, do we know what we're starting with? Do we know what our whole is? Let's see. Maria has 17 shells. Okay, so I think we know what we start with. So first she has 17 shells. Okay, so first she has 17 shells. Okay, let's see, is there anything else that we know? Let's see, I'm going to read it again. Maria has 17 shells. She finds 20 more. Ooh, I am noticing that word more. And when I'm thinking about more, when I get more of something, am I adding or am I subtracting? Okay, if I'm getting more, that means I'm adding to it, okay? So we know she finds 20 more. Okay, so we know that we're going to add. Okay, I'm going to put this off to the side here. So if we have more, that means we're going to add. Okay. I'm going to keep it short because, look, I only have a little bit of space left, and I know if I was with you guys would really be, I know something that you would tell me. So let's see if we have our little part whole, and we know we're starting with 17, and we know we're going to add 20 more, we know both of the add-ins. Okay, so we know both add-ins. Okay, and I'm thinking if we were together, add-ins is one of our math vocabulary words, so what would we do? We would be doing our math cheer. So let's see, for our add-ins, ooh, red chili, green chili, okay, that would be our cheer we'd be doing together. Okay, so let's see, got our notes, we're going to go real quick, we're going to go to what we're trying to find. Okay, so switch colors. What we're trying to find, let's see, Maria has 17 shells. She finds 20 more. How many does she have now? So we know when we're trying to figure out what we're trying to find, if we look at our question, that's going to give us a hint. So we want to know how many of what does she have now? Is it how many kittens, how many stories, how many books, how many pens? Nope. It's how many shells. So we want to find how many shells she has. Okay. If I'm looking at our number bond here, our part whole. So if we know both the parts, what are we trying to find? We're trying to find the missing whole. We're trying to find what that sum is. Okay, so we're trying to find the whole. Okay, or the sum. Remember, when we add two numbers together, our answer is the sum. Okay. All right, so we've got our K, we've got our F, and now we're going to go to the A, so the answer. Okay, remember, I don't want you to just shout out or write down what the answer is. Let's talk about what can we do to find that answer. What strategies can we use? Okay, so to find the answer. So we know, we already talked about it, that we're going to add. Okay, so we're going to add our two parts together. So add the parts. Okay, so our equation is going to look like 17 plus 20 equals something. Okay, so we're going to add the parts. We can use counters. Okay, so if you wanted to use beans, you can use beans. Let me get my notebook here since I don't have any more space. Because I want you to, actually today I want you to practice using, we're going to be adding, since we're adding two two-digit numbers. Okay, beans are going to take a long time because you're going to have to count out 17 beans, you're going to have to count out 20 more beans, and then you're going to have to count all those by ones. That's going to take a long time. And when you have big numbers and you're counting by ones, there's lots of times you can make a mistake, you can mess up, okay? Which is okay, but we want to remember, we want to be efficient, we want to be correct, we want to do it easily, okay? So we're going to get our notebook. I'm going to go to my next open page, okay? I'm not just going to flip to somewhere in the notebook. I'm going to turn my pages until I find my next open page. There's our making 20 that we did last week, okay? So I'm going to go to my next open page. I'm going to put today's date. Okay, so today's date is the 21st. Scoot in closer. Ooh, a loud chair. Okay, scoot in closer. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to write the equation at the top because we know we want to find 17 plus 20 equals something. Okay, so I've got it written like that. Okay, I want you to think back into class when one of the tools that we would use was our base 10 blocks, like when we would do our calendar, and I'd have you guys build the number. Okay, so today I want you to practice. We're gonna draw our base 10 blocks. Okay, when we draw out 17, so when I look at 17 is one of those teens. It's 10 and 7 more. Okay, so we've got a set of 10. So I'm going to do a long rectangle like that. So there's 10, and then I'm going to do my 7 more. Okay, so I'm just going to do dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's my 17. Okay, this is 10, and then that's 7 there. Got 10 and 7 for 17. Okay, now I'm going to look at my other add-in. I'm going to be adding 20 more. Okay, so I'm going to draw it out again. Okay, so there's 10. Okay, and then there's another, I have 2 sets of 10 and 20, so 10. Here's another set of 10. Okay, do you see how I'm labeling? So there's another set of 10, so I understand what it is I'm looking at. Okay, and when I add these together, okay, I'm going to start with my 10s. Okay, So let's count our tens together. We have 10, 20, 30, and then we go to our ones. So 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay, I've got 37 in all. So my answer is 37. Okay, then I'm going to write a sentence. She, and put space between my words, had 37. I don't know if I have enough room right there, so I'm going to come down to my next line. That's not a capital, because that's not the beginning of my sentence. She had 37 shells in all. And then I'm going to put my punctuation at the end. Okay, so do you see how we did that? Okay, so that's our work together one. Now I'm going to give you a challenge one so that you can work on it on your own. I want to see you labeling your tens. I want to see you counting your ones. Okay, I'm not going to give you, I'll tell you the story. I'm not going to write the story down. Okay, let's see. This time when Maria goes to the beach or goes to the river, she finds 18 shells. And then she keeps looking, and she's going to find 30 more. She's really busy. Okay, so she started with 18. She finds 30 more. So how many does she have now? Okay, so in your space, working space here, I want you to you solve it, draw it out. I want you to label your tens. Okay, so each thing I'm telling you how much it's worth. I've got 10. In this problem, I had 7 ones, and then I added more. So now I want you to do your own, okay? And if you're getting it, you can make up some of your own stories too and solve them. Find your own equations. I know Cecilia likes to do that. She likes to do her own equations and solve them. So there you go. I can't wait to see what your work is.